I'm Prasant Thakre. Welcome in the AWS Solution Architect Certification Exam Dump series. So today I'm covering the very simple and related to the S3 storage question. But actually, most of the questions we have seen like that it is coming related to that infrequent axis and the glacier. But there is a new type of storage, that is the different kind of storage which is based on that automatically setting the life cycle of S3 object. So I will include that kind of storage. So let's jump on the question. So question is that a company processed 10 TB of raw data to generate quarterly reports. Although it is unlikely to be used again, the raw data needs to be preserved for compliances and auditing purposes. So that object size is around 10 TB, and it's means like they've already mentioned that although it is unlikely to be used again, and just it is useful for that compliance and auditing purpose. So whenever it is required, it is not like that immediate we need to give the data. It can take some time, like 1 minute, 2 minute, or 1 hour, 3 hours, like that. So next part of the question is that what is the most cost effective way to store the data in AWS? So just I'm highlighting the main points. So it's saying that data size is quite big and it's unlikely to be used again and will be used only for auditing purposes. And the main hint point is the cost effective. So when we are talking about that the cost effective in the S3 storage, then yes, the Glacier is the best answer. A saying that Amazon ABS cold SSD. So ABS is not good for storing the object for a longer duration. It should be used with the EC2 instances, and this is also expensive, not like Amazon S3. So this is the wrong answer. So I know this question is very simple question, and we all know that answer is the Amazon Glacier, because this is the most cost effective way to store the data in Amazon S3. But in this question, one good thing is like that S3 also having one more kind of storage that is called as intelligent tiering. So just I'm thinking like that you can also get such kind of question in your upcoming AWS exam. So you should note down about the S3 intelligent tiering, that it having a feature like that it automatically save the cost. You no need to set the life cycle of S3 for saving the cost, because it is based on that knowing the process pattern, access pattern, and then it is moving from S3 standard to S3 infrequent access. So make sure that you are also having the good idea about the S3 intelligent tiering, and if the question is coming like that without managing S3 life cycle, how you can save the cost, then just go for S3 intelligent tiering option. So related to this question, I have covered that the price and availability and durability. So first in this slide, we will go the usage of the S3 storage type. The first one is the basic one, that is the S3 standard, and is mostly used for the frequently accessed data, and the availability and durability is very high. Another one is the S3 intelligent tiering. That is, it automatically save the cost. For an example, if you have around 5 objects are saved in S3 standard bucket, but 4 of them are being rarely used after 3 months or 4 months, like that. So automatically it will check the access pattern. It will move accordingly to the infrequent access to the standard. And the third one is the S3 infrequent access, which is for long-lived but infrequently accessed data that needs millisecond access. So compared to S3 standard, S3 infrequent access needs some time for the retrieval your object. This one is the S3 one zone infrequent access, where you are having the less percentage of availability because it is not the multiple zone. And this is like usage is the infrequently accessed data, but the cost is less. S3 Glacier is the last options, where we are saving it for a longer duration, and the retrieval option is 1 minute to 12 hours. So please note down that the retrieval time is higher compared to the all other type of storage object. And of course, availability is based on your time, and availability is normally 99.99. When you are uh, retrieving your data, then automatically it is going to the S3 standard, so the availability will become remain same. Durability is same for all kind of storage. This is the life cycle of S3 bucket, where this is the standard storage, and you can set the life cycle based on your requirements. So here we have mentioned about the 30 days. If the object are older than the 30 days, then it will go to the infrequent axis. So once it is moved to the infrequent axis, the charges and cost will be less compared to the S3 standard. Then after that, we are saying that if object is no longer used for 60 days in the infrequent axis, then move it to the Glacier. So Glacier is the cost saving storage, and but only thing is like that there is a higher retrieval time. So here something more about that, the S3 intelligent tiering, that is the size of 128 KB for auto tiring. A smaller object may be stored but will always be charged at the frequent access tire rate. So intelligent tiring is nothing but it is kind of um, running algorithm on the based of that access pattern and taking the decision by the automatic job that this object needs to be moved from which storage to which storage. So uh, you have suggest better clarity on the S3 intelligent tiring, because it might be possible that the question related to this will come in the exam. One zone already I covered that, having the less availability because it is not available into the multiple zone. And there is something more about the all kind of storage, like what is the life cycle. You can also delete it if you do not want to use it, and you can also go for the prorated charge equal to the storage charge for the remaining days. This is the complete list of that cost against that storage. So here the S3 standard, the first one having the highest charge 0.0023 per GB, and over 400, 500 is 0.021. So when you are increasing the storage size, your object size is growing, then the price is little bit going lower. And this is the intelligent tiering. So here you are not setting the life cycle, automatically it is being moved from the one storage to another storage, and cost is nearly same as the S3 standard. And this is the infrequent axis where you are paying all storage types 0.1 0.125 per GB, and yeah, S3 one zone also it is like 0.01 per GB, while if you are going with the over 500 TB it is still the double of it. And last one is the Glacier, which gives you all storage 0.0001, which is extremely cheaper. So in these conditions, when you are sure about that your document need to be stored for a longer duration and it is not being accessed frequently, and at the end of the year if you are going to access it, then it's the best option is to save the S3 Glacier in the S3 Glacier. Thanks all.